Breaking news! We have some important updates to share with you. Things are very busy behind the scenes for the Baltimore Ravens, and I'm going to tell you all about it. But first, make sure you've hit the like button if you've been a Ravens fan for over 20 years. It's great to see fans of all ages. If possible, write something like this: Go Ravens! Let's go to the Super Bowl. Now, let's get to the good stuff. John Harbaugh's latest update reveals that Ravens wide receiver Zay Flowers' status for the upcoming playoff game against the Buffalo Bills remains uncertain. Harbaugh described Flowers' situation as "we'll see," but noted that the star wide receiver could potentially play without practicing, as long as he feels healthy and is deemed safe. This uncertainty stems from an injury Flowers suffered during Week 18 against Cleveland. After spraining his knee and exiting the game, the Ravens' offensive chemistry has faced challenges as Flowers has been a key element in their game plan. With over 1,000 receiving yards this season and the distinction of being the Ravens' first wide receiver named to the Pro Bowl, Flowers' absence could significantly impact Lamar Jackson's pace in this crucial matchup. Looking back, the Ravens' Week 4 victory over Buffalo was less reliant on Flowers, who managed just one catch for 10 yards. The team's success in that game hinged on Derrick Henry's standout performance, a trend that may need repeating if Flowers is sidelined. Henry has been in exceptional form, delivering 4 consecutive games with over 135 rushing yards. His ability to exploit Buffalo's weaker rush defense, averaging 115.5 yards allowed per game, could be pivotal. In the meantime, other Ravens players have stepped up. Against Pittsburgh, Rashad Bateman, Justice Hill, and Isaiah Likely played crucial roles in filling the gap left by Flowers, combining for standout performances that buoyed Baltimore's offense. Harbaugh and fans alike will hope for a repeat of such collective effort should Flowers remain unavailable. Additionally, Harbaugh addressed concerns regarding Lamar Jackson's injury status after he took a hit to the lower back last game. Fortunately, Jackson's prognosis appears positive, with no anticipated limitations in practice. His performance remains critical, as evidenced by the team's stark record difference when his passer rating exceeds 110 versus when it doesn't. The question looming over Baltimore now is whether Flowers will recover in time and how the team will adapt if he doesn't. Will the Ravens' dynamic offense prevail against Buffalo's defense? Share your thoughts in the comments below. If Zay Flowers doesn't suit up on Sunday, the Ravens' offensive strategy will likely pivot to their ground game and the supporting cast of pass catchers. Derrick Henry's dominant presence in the backfield is a luxury few teams can rely on in a situation like this. His recent performances, including a staggering 199-yard game against Buffalo earlier in the season, provide hope that Baltimore can lean on their run game to set the tone. However, the absence of Flowers still looms large. As Lamar Jackson's go-to-target in clutch situations, Flowers' ability to stretch the field and make crucial plays has been a cornerstone of the Ravens' offense this season. His chemistry with Jackson has unlocked opportunities, particularly in high-pressure moments. Without him, the responsibility will fall on Rashad Bateman, Justice Hill, and tight ends like Isaiah Likely and Mark Andrews to carry the receiving load. The good news for Ravens fans is the versatility displayed by the offense in Week 18, where Bateman and Hill stepped into larger roles seamlessly. Bateman's explosive plays and Hill's ability to find the end zone twice demonstrated that this unit can adapt when needed. Similarly, Isaiah Likely showcased his knack for turning short completions into significant yardage with his physicality after the catch. The cohesion shown by this group will need to carry over into the playoffs, especially if the Ravens hope to keep pace with Buffalo's high-powered offense. Defensively, the Ravens will also need to be sharp, particularly against Josh Allen, whose dual-threat capabilities make him one of the league's most dangerous quarterbacks. The Bills' offense, while potent, has shown vulnerability against strong defensive fronts. Baltimore's ability to control time of possession through the run game could be a decisive factor in neutralizing Allen's impact and keeping their defense fresh. As for Lamar Jackson, all signs point to him being ready to go, which is critical for the Ravens' playoff hopes. Jackson's leadership and ability to make plays with both his arm and legs have defined this team throughout the season. His MVP-level performance in 2024 has been the backbone of Baltimore's success, and the numbers don't lie. When Jackson is at his best, the Ravens are nearly unbeatable. Heading into this high-stakes matchup, there's no denying the stakes for Baltimore. The question isn't just whether Zay Flowers will play, It's whether this Ravens team, with or without him, can rise to the occasion and execute when it matters most. They've proven their resilience throughout the season, but the playoffs are a different animal. What do you think, Ravens fans? Can the team rally without Zay Flowers if needed? Will Lamar Jackson and Derrick Henry lead the way to victory against Buffalo? Let us know your thoughts in the comments, and don't forget to hit that like button to support the channel. Your input matters as we gear up for one of the most exciting games of the postseason. Beyond Zay Flowers' injury, another key storyline for the Ravens revolves around the strategy for neutralizing the Buffalo Bills' defensive weaknesses. The Bills have struggled to contain the run, as highlighted by their league ranking in allowing 115.5 rushing yards per game. Derrick Henry's recent dominance makes him a focal point for exploiting this vulnerability. With 4 consecutive games of at least 135 rushing yards and 5 touchdowns during that stretch, Henry has been the driving force behind Baltimore's offense when called upon. Baltimore's offensive line will need to be at its best to create opportunities for Henry and give Jackson time in the pocket. The line's ability to control the trenches against Pittsburgh last week, where they paved the way for 299 rushing yards as a team, will need to carry over against Buffalo. If the Ravens can replicate this physicality, they'll set the tone early and force the Bills' defense to adjust, opening up play-action opportunities for Jackson. The Ravens' defense also faces a tough test against Josh Allen and the Buffalo offense. Allen's ability to extend plays and attack downfield requires disciplined coverage and a strong pass rush. Baltimore's defensive unit, known for its aggressive style, must balance pressuring Allen with containing his mobility. Key players like Roquan Smith and Kyle Hamilton will play vital roles in both stopping the run and defending the pass. The ability to generate turnovers, a strength of the Ravens' defense this season, could be a game-changer in a tightly contested playoff matchup. While the Ravens are preparing for the possibility of Flowers sitting out, the team's depth has been a theme throughout the season. Whether it's Justice Hill stepping up in critical moments or Rashad Bateman making big plays, the next man-up mentality has been ingrained in Baltimore's culture. Fans have seen this team overcome adversity time and time again, and this game will test that resilience once more. Special teams could also play a crucial role in this playoff game. Baltimore has a long tradition of excelling in this phase, and with players like Justin Tucker, the team has a reliable weapon for clutch situations. Field position battles and the ability to convert long-range field goals could be pivotal, especially in a game where every point matters. Ultimately, the Ravens' path to victory lies in executing their identity, a physical run game, opportunistic defense, and dynamic quarterback play from Lamar Jackson. The uncertainty around Zay Flowers only adds to the drama, but the Ravens have shown they can adapt and thrive under pressure. Whether it's Derrick Henry carrying the load, Lamar Jackson making magic, or the defense stepping up, this team has the pieces to challenge any opponent. Now, it's your turn, Ravens fans. How confident are you in this team's ability to overcome Zay Flowers' potential absence? Do you believe in Derrick Henry and the Ravens' run game to carry them past Buffalo? Share your thoughts in the comments below. As the countdown to Sunday continues, all eyes will be on the Ravens' final injury report later this week. Zay Flowers remains the most pressing question mark, but it's worth noting that John Harbaugh's comments, while measured, didn't completely rule out his participation. Even a limited Flowers on the field could provide a significant boost to Baltimore's offense, as his presence alone demands attention from opposing defenses. As fans, we know that every play, every decision, and every adjustment matters in the playoffs. The Ravens have shown all season that they're built for moments like this, and while questions about injuries add an element of uncertainty, they also set the stage for heroes to emerge. This Sunday's matchup isn't just a game, it's an opportunity for Baltimore to prove they belong among the league's elite and to take one step closer to their ultimate goal, a Super Bowl victory.